I've proposed a job creation agenda that starts with making sure trade works for American workers. We can't keep passing unfair trade deals like NAFTA that put special interests over workers' interests. Now, the last couple of days, we've been having a little bit of a debate about NAFTA. Senator Clinton's been going to great lengths on the campaign trail to distance herself from NAFTA. Yesterday, she said NAFTA was negotiated by the first President Bush, not by her husband. But let's be clear, it was her husband who got NAFTA passed. In her own book, Senator Clinton called NAFTA one of Bill's successes and legislative victories. And yesterday, Senator Clinton also said, I'm wrong to point out that she once supported NAFTA, but the fact is, she was saying great things about NAFTA until she started running for president. A couple years after it passed, she said NAFTA was, and I quote, free and fair trade agreement, and that it was, quote, proving its worth. In 2004, she said, quote, I think on balance, NAFTA has been good for New York and America. Now, 1 million jobs have been lost because of NAFTA, including 50,000 jobs here in Ohio. And yet 10 years after NAFTA passed, Senator Clinton said it was good for America. Well, I want to be very clear. I don't think NAFTA has been good for America, and I never have. I didn't just start criticizing unfair trade deals like NAFTA because I started running for office. I'm doing it because I've seen what happens to a community when the factory closes down and jobs move overseas. As some of you may know, I began my career as an organizer on the south side of Chicago, fighting joblessness and poverty in neighborhoods that had been devastated because the steel plants had closed there back in the early and mid-'80s. And it's because of this long-standing commitment to working families that I will not sign any trade agreement as president that does not have protections for our environment and protections for American workers. And I intend to pass the Patriot Employer Act that I've been fighting for ever since I ran for Senate so that we can end tax breaks for companies that ship jobs overseas and give those tax breaks to companies that create good jobs with good and decent wages right here in the United States of America.